All right. So, are you Star Wars fans? Or are you here to heckle us?
We're hoping for at least one heckler.
Well, I think this will be better if we get heckled.
It might be a more interesting show.
We don't need yes men. We need tomatoes in our faces.
We need
Oh, you gotta scoot over that. You gotta scoot over that.
Faster ride.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's gonna be better.
No, that makes perfect sense.
So much better.
That makes perfect sense.
I like that. It's gonna be good. Have you seen all the Star Wars movies? Okay.
All of them? All of them?
Have you seen the apocryphal movies?
Ooh.
We don't talk about the Ewok Adventure.
You haven't seen the Ewok Adventures?
Oh!
How old are you? 9.
Well, we're in trouble.
When I was 12 years old, okay, I got hit by a car and I broke both my arms. Okay.
This is true.
So
I'm fact checking him. This is true.
I broke my arms. I broke my ribs. I was basically laid up for almost a year of my life. You know, it was about 8 months of my life. I was just laying around, and I watched basically everything Star Wars that existed at the time. So, but yeah, the Ewok Adventures were. That was for some reason.
The holiday special.
They got,
You gotta scoot over a bit. Because you're off camera.
well, I can't see anybody here though.
Oh, there's, yeah.
So, but yeah, for some reason that was stuck in the tape player. You know what a tape player is? Oh, dude.
We were showing my daughter, we pulled out some VHS tapes the other day, and I was, you know, like, do you know what this is? She's like, a CD? Oh, no.
We played with it a little bit and thought, man, these are just so antiquated.
We're not even going to talk about beta.
I have some beta tapes.
Do you?
Yes. I have a whole beta player. Oh, man.
Yeah.
But
The struggle was real when you had to rewind and be kind.
be kind and rewind.
Yeah.
Sal's video. That's where it's at.
I grew up watching Star Wars on VHS. But that was back when they used to bring movies back to the theater.
That's true. They
In
still
the
do
day.
sometimes.
I could see that ring light in your eyes.
Yeah?
It's nice.
Is it making me look more attractive than I actually am?
I'm not going to go there.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about that. Not about that. I bet I sound great because I'm closer to the mic.
You are. I probably sound like garbage and I'm way far away because I can't see anybody past our
Yeah.
setup.
Come on in.
Come on in. We're talking about Star Wars. That's why we're dressed like this.
I woke up like this.
You're the YouTube people, aren't
Yeah,
Oh,
that's us.
dang it. He knows.
We got recognized.
He can read.
Maybe we should get a program. No?
Yeah, it says on 10 a.m. panel on Star Wars hosted by YouTube Carpe.
That does sound like us.
Sounds like us.
That seems consistent with
And
what we know.
That sounds like our MO.
Yeah. How about that?
Before I answer Star Wars, we're just
We're from here. Yeah.
I live in Thatcher.
I live in Safford. It's over there.
It's
I live
disappointing.
in Stafford too.
Hey!
Awesome.
Safford's okay. Well, take a seat. Get
Yeah.
comfy.
Invite
All
your
right.
friends.
So, should we get started?
Yeah, let's get started.
All right, Chris.
All right. Thank you very, very much everyone for joining the Gila Valley Comic Con. Hopefully you enjoy the Star Wars panel with Carpe and Zen. I can feel it. The force is strong with both of these two. So take it away, guys.
That was fantastic.
He's such a better talker and more eloquent than we are.
I don't think we're...
Maybe he should be on this show.
He's close enough. We can
You're the
reference
voice-
him if we need to.
Okay.
All
that-
right.
That's what it is. I need 8 more. I need just like 10 more years of voice acting. And I can probably be half as good.
Probably half. as good.
Probably half as good.
That's great. Well, our name is very confusing. We're like the Oneaters.
Yeah. I guess
This is a good
no,
audience.
No, I'm the only
This
one
is
that
going
gets
to
the
go well.
joke.
that thing you do.
It's gonna be a long day.
There's the band. No one can pronounce the name because the name is spelled kind of weird.
Yeah,
Well, we're Carpe and Zen. He's Carpe for carpenter,
that's my last name.
and I'm Zen for Lauritsen.
Or go out and seize the Zen, which really doesn't make a lot of sense.
There's actually like a massage parlor in France with the same name, Carpe and Zen.
Well, you know, we found that out when we tried to set up an online website, right?
Well, I was doing research. I was trying to figure out. I mean, I don't know what they do there, but yeah. I mean, I don't speak French, so that's. But we did come up with Carpe and Zen. Proud of it.
Proud of it.
Yeah.
Thank you, names.
Well, I guess we should we say a little bit of ourselves and then we start talking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Come on in.
So, well, how did we? Actually, this is a good place for us to talk about how this is where our romance started. Really?
Oh, they didn't call it bromance back then.
No, well, that was the '90s, so
They had a different name. What did they call it?
I don't know.
Friendship?
Friend? No.
BFF, maybe?
BFFF.
That's probably what they called it. BFF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in this building, really, over there in Lee Little Theater, we started doing plays together.
He was horrible.
I was horrible.
I didn't like him at all.
Well, just because I was so much better than you, really.
I don't think I was intimidated. I think you were annoying.
No.
This was 9th grade. That explains everything, right?
Right.
I've always been mature. That'll be clear the longer we talk.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. A few more minutes with us and you'll probably find out how annoying I can get.
Don't watch any of our videos if you want to know what we're really like.
More like a giggly kind of weirdo.
I don't know that I've ever heard you giggle.
I giggle constantly. I giggle like a
Okay.
12-year-old girl.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that there.
Let's get down to brass tacks. What is this doing here?
That's a camera.
Oh, okay, but why is it here?
It's the ring light's there because ring lights make you pretty.
It does make it makes us pretty, and that's really hard to do.
That's what I'm hoping for anyway. We are not professional YouTubers, but we do it a lot.
Yeah, we do it a lot. We've been doing it for about a year now.
A little bit more than a year. We've got, man, I had I'm during the day I'm a teacher. I teach at Fort Thomas High School. I also teach night classes here at EAC.
I'm a hydraulics technician, but in the morning and in the evening I'm actually a CrossFit coach. That's my other job, and as well as this. So I'm a proprietor of a gym. So,
but we've always been involved with theater and
making
video
movies,
production.
Yeah.
And then back in the day when we used to make our videos, we'd have to burn a DVD, and then
Dude, you're mic'd.
I've got a ring light and a mic. This is as pretty as I get. This is good.
I'm just gonna sit back and Google now.
Oh, we're all in trouble now. But you got a shirt too. My son got a shirt yesterday.
I'm so stoked for laser tag, dude.
That's fantastic. I was telling a story. I don't know where it was.
You were telling a story about DVDs.
Oh, right. That's how we used to share our videos. And then, you know, it's awkward because you go up there, you put it in the DVD player, and then you stare at someone as they watch your video. It's very awkward. We never got any likes. They didn't exist back then.
We have more likes now,
We probably...
but not many.
Not many. But then YouTube became a thing, and we didn't have to, I don't know, bring DVDs to people. Now it's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
much better medium to share our content.
I should probably share the mic with you.
No, it's okay. I don't want to feel that important. I already look good with the ring light, I think.
I'm just going to get casual.
No.
So, we talked a lot about what we could talk about for the Star Wars panel. It's hard to break down everything Star Wars into, I don't know, about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, let's get to know you just a bit. Okay.
Who in here is a Star Wars fan? Like everyone, right? That's why you come to Comic-Con, sure.
And we were hoping for someone to make fun of us.
Oh, snap! Man, I love cosplayers. They just look so much... It's Phasma, bro. Anyway, so
All right, talk.
I get the mic now.
Ooh, you sound good too.
Right? I do sound good. So we talked a lot about what we could talk about and how we can narrow things down. And we thought we'll just start with the greatest Star Wars movie ever made.
Yep.
Phantom Menace. And not just the greatest Star Wars movie ever made, but probably the greatest movie of all time.
Without doubt.
Yeah. So there's your discussion. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. But,
I think we lost them.
no, I think we.
Okay. All right. Let's ask this. What was your first Star Wars movie you ever saw?
Go.
A New Hope?
A New Hope.
You have a good dad.
Raised properly. Right?
That's the way it's done. How long was it before you saw episode 1? How long was it till you saw episode 1? Between? That's good parenting. That's really good parenting. What was everyone else's first Star Wars movie?
First time I watched Star Wars was from the very episode 1 all the way to 6 or whatever the last one is.
Uh-huh.
Return of the
Not
Jedi?
the newer one.
Mm-hmm.
As a like you watch one after another. I don't remember what it
You
is.
marathoned it?
Yeah, marathon it.
That's brave.
That is.
That's really good.
That no. Oh, we've done that before, but not in one sitting.
Well, 2 years, 2 years, 2.5,
2.5 years ago.
Right before episode 7 came out, we went back and we rewatched everything, and then I wrote a review for each movie because that's lame, and that's what we do.
What we do.
But that was fantastic, and I have a new appreciation for the movies.
Yeah.
I don't know that I need to understand politics from episode 1 or the romance from episode 2. But we're still here. They're still making Star Wars movies, which is great. All right, what is the... Let's start a fight. What is the best Star Wars movie?
Oh dang. I love this one up front. The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
Oh dang.
Oh, shots fired.
Anybody else? Like I feel like that was a lob.
Empire.
Empire?
Empire. There we go.
Going classic. All right. What about everyone else?
I agree with him. I gotta agree with Empire.
Empire?
Empire.
Okay.
All of the original ones?
The original starting with episode 1. We're just trolling people.
No. That's not gonna work out. I don't.
It's not going to
No, I don't think that's gonna end well for us.
Okay.
Forward, but starting with episode 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think you can have one.
Oh.
Episode 4 has the binary sunset. And
Go,
I'm in the
go.
French Wars, so
It's fantastic.
That is great. But no, no. We've got kind of younger over here in Last Jedi, right? Definitely loving the Last Jedi, and that's.
Phasma is super intense back
I know. I'm getting no.
It's a good kind of intense.
But
I did the same last year.
It just came out on digital.
It
So, yeah, it's available now.
But I think that the new generation, and that's what's really great about the new movies, I think, is they're kind of passing on to the next generation, you know. When they come up with more Star Wars movies in another 30 years, he'll be sitting at a panel.
I don't think you understand how Disney works.
And somebody will say, you know, my favorite Star Wars movie is episode 27, right? And he'll say, no, The Last Jedi is the best episode, obviously. The first Star Wars movies I ever saw was actually Return of the Jedi. I don't know why I saw that one first. Maybe just because it was the newer one. It had just come out. I think my dad bought it, so I watched it over and
We were
over.
born in 84. Let's date ourselves.
Ooh, do we have to?
We just did.
Ladies. Born in 84. Ladies. No? This probably isn't the time or place. Okay.
I'm married and he has a girlfriend. I don't know what he's doing. We said we wouldn't do any mic drops.
No, well, because it's not our microphone.
That's why.
And
This one,
I'm not
but
driving
no.
that. That's expensive.
That is expensive. Well, let's talk about some recent stuff.
Yes.
They made a movie back in December called Last Jedi. It was good.
Yes.
Critics loved it.
Critics loved it.
Fans showed up and they're like,
universally despised, essentially, except for apparently the younger generation. I actually quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. There were probably a couple of hiccups, but I think it's grown on me. What's everyone think of The Last Jedi? Well, okay, you haven't seen it yet,
But,
but we're gonna just
Spoiler
ruin
alert.
this thing.
okay.
Is that
I don't
okay?
mind spoilers.
Did you?
Spoiler alert?
I don't mind spoilers. In fact, I don't watch something until I've seen it.
No, okay. He reads the last page first.
Now, is that a rule? Do you,
For me?
as a general rule for yourself, or?
I'm not very good with middle. I like the end, beginning and the end.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
absolutely. Okay, that's awesome.
Skip to the end.
That's what makes it hard for me writing my books. Is I know the beginning and the end. I just don't know the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so, long time ago.
In a galaxy?
These are our kind of people. This is so good. My ego is huge right now. Not as big as Guardians of the Galaxy 2. But that panel's later today. We're going to talk about Marvel.
We are going to talk about Marvel. So if you guys are
But
around
not,
for that,
not Star Wars Marvel comics.
what time is that happening at?
3.
3. So
at
right,
3.
right about 3. If you guys.
Okay, so the biggest hubbub leading into, it looks like Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton's not here.
Will Wheaton is going to Phoenix Comic Fest. Who's a fan of Big Bang Theory? We have good people here. So the biggest controversy going into Last Jedi was who are Rey's parents.
Right.
And so,
Well, first of all,
Ryan Johnson, after the movie came out, he said he thought about what, he was the director and the writer, he thought about what would be the most dramatic thing for Rey to experience.
what would be the hardest thing for her to hear?
And that was, she's the nobody from nowhere.
Is that like, oh, were you handing it to me to drop the mic?
No. He loved that.
I really think that was probably my favorite part of the entire film. There's a lot of stuff going back and forth, and I know a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on, well, maybe, she doesn't remember who her parents are, but we see quite clearly that she has a memory of someone leaving, right? And she's left with Pol Pot. Is that the fat guy's name?
Pope. Wow.
Yeah.
1/4 portion.
So she gets left with him, but she's not too young that she can't remember things. So I don't know, the idea that she was a nobody from nowhere really rang home with me, and I was really excited to hear that coming from her. And then I know a lot of people think it's going to get changed, and maybe he's just messing with her, but I don't know. I'm curious to think what this guy thinks, as he really likes The Last Jedi. What do you think? What do you think about Rey's parentage? You think Han Solo's her dad? What makes you think that?
Because that would mean that Kylo Ren is her brother.
That would make that one scene pretty awkward, though, right? No,
The shirtless scene.
the shirtless scene.
Well, she didn't want to see it. Come on, bro. Put your shirt back on.
I'm sure my sister has seen me with my shirt off before. So.
Why isn't your sister here?
She doesn't like me.
That sounds like a different show.
Yeah, we don't have time. This isn't Dr. Phil, so we don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Good job. Well, there's a couple things that maybe didn't go over so well from Last Jedi, like gravity in space.
I've seen lots of explanations, though.
Oh yeah, I mean there's explanations, sure. I mean it opens up and they have to drop the bombs
Yeah,
in space.
in space. Gravitational fields are created somehow. Galaxies in different places work different ways. How is it that they could possibly fly from one end of the galaxy to the other at only just a little bit faster than light speed? Well, maybe it's a really small galaxy. That's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah. So we have a friend, Danny. He just hates that they try to bomb these ships.
Yeah. The arcing of lasers was kind of silly to me, but whatever.
They bend it like Beckham.
Yeah, they bend it.
All right. So I mean, there's some things that people had trouble with. You know, new force powers, right? Why can Yoda, bring lightning from the grave? That's fantastic. But there's a couple new things, and then Ryan Johnson. I love following him on Twitter. He's amazing.
He's a troll.
He brings up a book from like 15 years. I don't know. It was a long time ago, and he just screenshots it, and it basically explains a lot of these different things that showed up in the movies. Like, this has been established a long time. And he just no comment. He doesn't have to explain it.
Yeah, I think he's the one that brought up Splinter of the Mind's Eye, right? For those of you that don't read a lot of dumb books, Splinter of the Mind's Eye was a book that came out in between episode 6 and episode 7. And really what happens is, I know everyone thinks that George Lucas is a genius, and he is, right? But he didn't have this whole great story in his mind. He didn't originally think that that Luke and Leia were siblings. So he had a book commissioned that was written. Awesome, thank you. He had a book written called Splinter of the Mind's Eye, and it's been thrown out of canon, and even was before Return of the Jedi came out, just because it was quite silly, and there was a huge romantic entanglement with Luke and Leia, which just made things really weird later on. I really don't think he made that decision until, I don't know, I'm not even sure he had the decision made by the time he'd finished writing Empire. It was probably Return of the Jedi. He decided that they were going to be related. But
It was a good choice, though.
yeah, it was a good choice. It worked.
So I think part of what led to the controversy for everything from episode 1 and 3 is that George Lucas was never a Star Wars fan. Which just seems like a strange thought, right? But he made it up. And so he never had the experience of watching it as a kid or getting the hype, because dude just made a movie.
Yeah.
And so, like, the hype was completely outside of his personal experience. So, when he went to make some more movies, he made up some more stuff, and people are like, dude, we don't like this compared to your previous stuff. And he's like, same guy made up everything, right? And so when he invents stuff like midichlorians, and everyone's like, boo, boo, midichlorians. He's like, just making up movies, guys. Chill. It's just a movie, guys. And I mean, he had plans for episodes 7 through 9, and so when Disney bought Lucasfilm, he gave them everything, and then they said, oh, thanks, and we'll take it from here. And then they did their own thing. But one thing that's really surprised me, listening to interviews with Kathleen Kennedy, who runs Lucasfilm, that does the Star Wars films.
She's been around since the beginning.
She's been, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a producer on Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been with them for a long time.
She knows things.
Yeah. But when they went to making the movie, J.J. Abrams, who co-wrote and directed episode 7, they made a movie. And then he handed it off to Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson was on set when they were shooting episode 7. And
Taking notes on
he's
how
taking
to
notes and
ruin-
he's writing the script. And so
Ruin
basically,
everyone's lives, right? Is that not the point you're making?
No.
Oh, sorry.
but he wrote a movie, and he was done like a year early. And so he's like, let's make it. And so they went out and they made a movie. And then everyone's like, what'd you do? Why'd you ruin everything? He's like, guys, just... J.J. Abrams just passed it off to him. And then it was supposed to be Colin Trevorrow, was supposed to do episode 9, and he got sacked. And then, so they pass it back to J.J. Abrams, like, oh, I got the ball again. And so we'll see what he does. But apparently they have a script done for episode 9.
Yeah.
And we don't know if anyone's read it yet, but it's done. And it's ready to go. And they're going to start shooting this summer.
Fun fact, his pitch day for the next movie was the day The Last Jedi came out.
His idea for what it was.
Yeah, so he had a pitch meeting with Disney that day, and I think he finished it by February. Right?
Dude wrote it fast.
Yeah.
He did have a co-writer.
He's got a good team of writers. That's what he does.
Yeah. Okay. So we got a couple more movies coming out next month. May. It's in May. We get Solo, a Star Wars story.
Who shot first? No? Nobody sees it?
There's no contest.
You watch the special edition.
Oh, he just
Who shot first?
says mean things.
That's right, Han shot first, thank you.
Again,
From the mouth of
compared
babes.
All right, so what's going to happen? What has to happen?
What has to happen? Nobody has any ideas. I told you we were going to have to talk
They
the whole
do.
time. No.
Joseph, just let him talk.
I personally, I'm really excited about this movie, simply because I feel like this is going to be Star Wars comfort food. You know,
That's what he said about Rogue One.
that's the way that Rogue One went
It's just
down.
a little bit of fried Star Wars.
Just a little bit of refried Star Wars.
Deep fried.
Deep fried Star Wars wrapped up.
Refried's a different kind of food.
You know, just they can't really make a whole lot of mistakes. They're not going to ruin anything. They're not going to ruin anything in the universe. It's just kind of a here, feel good about yourself, Star Wars fans, for just a little while.
You want a Han Solo movie? Go ahead.
You felt good after watching it?
I liked Rogue One.
I liked it, but
It's probably
like,
my favorite of
my
the
heart
new
was
movies
broken.
coming. Your heart was broken. Why?
Have you seen it? Yeah.
Spoilers.
I try to be a good friend sometimes.
Dude, if we're having this much problem in the Star Wars panel, can you imagine what our Marvel panel is going to be like?
We're going to destroy people.
There's only like 20-something hours of Star Wars movies to watch, and like
Almost, well, there's about 40 hours of Marvel movies in the cinematic universe.
just in the past decade.
But that doesn't count the 5 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the 2 seasons of
And
Agent Carter.
We're going to touch on all of those.
No, we're not. We don't have time for that.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours
We should get back on track.
of spoiler alerts. Anyway,
Yeah, a couple minutes.
Go.
Okay, so I think this is what has to happen in Solo. We need to have the Kessel Run. Han needs to meet Chewie.
Does Han
They
need,
need to get the
does Han
the
need to
Falcon.
meet Chewie, or do they just need to already be friends?
That's okay, but people are going to be like, oh, come on. I mean, you know, it's the greatest
I don't know.
rom-com, rom-com.
Bro rom-com.
How,
Rush Hour.
no,
Greatest movie of all time.
okay.
Okay, go.
Moving on. But I think it would be comfort food to
Yeah.
see how they're met.
I think it's going to be.
Don't think that they need every possible thing from his background.
No.
But I do think we need the Kessel Run. He's got to meet the crew, Woody Harrelson, and Han needs to meet Chewie.
Han needs, well, yeah, Han needs to either meet Chewie or not know Chewie.
How does it need to end?
How does it need to end?
Yeah.
With a few characters dying so that we care about things, and then
Oh,
that's basically how all movies need to end, right?
should we talk about Rogue One? I'm moving on. Okay, what needs to happen? What needs to happen in episode 9?
Oh, that's dangerous territory
Yeah.
because no one knows.
Because they have to finish the Skywalker saga.
They do.
It's done.
Because they've wrapped up the Skywalker saga twice now.
Yes. No. yes. But what has to happen? I'm waiting for the Knights of Ren and for things to get medieval.
The Knights of Ren are going to be cool. Hopefully.
I want
I don't think the
Jedi
Knights of Ren
Council.
were the red card. And Rian Johnson has actually said
his
they were
name is not Rian Johnson.
Rian Johnson. Yeah, those were not the Knights of Ren.
That's
He-
good, because I was really
He
disappointed. if
he
you
did
were.
confirm. He did confirm that was, and the reason being, the reason he didn't want to use the Knights of Ren is because he said, "I'll just kill him." You know, I don't want to have to do
That's true.
that. I don't want to have to ruin that for the rest of everybody. So, thank you, Rian Johnson. I call him Rian.
Ah, don't say it wrong. It's spelled R-I-A-N,
His
and
name's
he's confused.
No, I'm not confused. I just like it in the way that other people say it. Take the mic back.
Okay, all right. All right. So, I think we've got to,
Yeah. We need to wrap up.
we do need to wrap up.
Does anybody have any questions?
Oh, dang, people.
I mean, it's not like that many people in here, so.
We've got 2 minutes.
I mean, we could even pass the mic a little
Maybe
bit.
3 minutes.
Is it, yeah. Anybody? Anything?
Stump us with something crazy.
I've got my laptop. Well, I've got my iPad up to Google, so that I look smarter than I. That's why I'm behind the camera.
Hey, you don't look smart when you tell people how you're doing it.
Well,
Okay.
you should have told me that 20 minutes ago.
Are you guys planning on doing this every year? This Comic-Con?
I didn't
We hope so.
think so.
Yeah.
Would
We
you
hope
guys
so.
want to start getting like Star Wars groups and stuff down here?
Absolutely. We would love to do that.
Because I'm in the Mandalorian mercs.
Oh.
And I got a couple of buddies that are finishing up their armor around here.
Well, next year would be perfect.
My wife's
Yeah.
cousin, she's made her own
We-
Mandalorian armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would love to have you guys. That'd be great. And we'll probably do another Star Wars based one next year.
We kind of have stopped making episodes of a web series called Almost Jedi.
It's a brainchild of many decades.
Yeah, so at some point we're gonna need some more people to be in it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I like where your head's at.
Well, we gotta wrap up so
Yeah.
we can let
So we
Power
can
Girl
let
come
the
in.
important people come in.
Okay, so we're gonna be here most of the day.
We
I
are.
think they're gonna give us a table,
Mhm.
so we'll probably be out there if you want to talk. We want to talk with you.
We'll be
We'll
vlogging.
probably be live streaming
Mhm.
quite a bit out there. I guess we should let people know that we have a channel they can subscribe to.
Yeah, you can find us on Carpe and Zen on YouTube. You can also find us at Teach Me Media. You can find us at a couple. We got a few different channels.
I've got an English one because I'm an English teacher.
He's got an English channel.
Called Read, Write, and Cite.
If you ever want to know how to read, write, and cite things,
Yeah, that's kind of what I do.
so
When I'm not wearing Star Wars robes. I saw one of my students walk by. She didn't come in. Disappointed. I feel hurt.
well, she has to sit in class with you all week. What makes you think she's going to come sit in that class with you?
She came to Comic-Con. All right. Anyway, my name is Jacob. This is Joseph. We are Carpe and Zen. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Give it up for Carpe and Zen, everybody.